We'll be coming on here in just a second. I'm waiting on Jen. Welcome. Hey, Jen, what's up? Check,
Check,
check.
check,
Can you hear me?
check. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I'm not chopped off.
Nah. Well, you can't.
My whole
I like my setup.
very nice.
I'm thinking about doing this as a setup, a regular setup.
Really?
Yeah, like a weekly
They
setup.
gonna let you come in?
I don't know. It may work. Uh, we'll see how it goes.
The lighting's really good in there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You got some oh, I can see your ring light.
It's not
But
supposed
it's like the light overall is good in that room.
it's not really. Yeah, well, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Okay, look, it's better than I have really poor lighting. I have to like light.
I think I might be using this for the lives. If I do the live, I'll be bringing my equipment here and do it here in the chair. Well, now it's Christmas. I don't know what's going to happen next. It'll probably be a blank seat.
Okay, so
Right. Okay. Oh, let's get into what we're supposed to be talking about. Kwanza Festival. Wow. Oh, hey guys, welcome. This is Sambaza here. Jen is here as well. Woke by accident. And Merry Christmas, by the way. Happy holidays if you're celebrating the holidays. There are many religions out there, and I guess we acknowledge whichever religion or faith you're in, or however you celebrate this time. We wish you a happy, what do you say, happy holidays, right? We'll go with happy holidays. Now, Kwanzaa. The Kwanzaa Festival started today, and I noticed a lot of people talk about the Kwanzaa Festival, and I'm an immigrant. I'll say that, and I've actually wanted to work on it on my podcast, but I've never been able to do it. So I think this gives us an opportunity to do it. Maybe we do like you suggested we do something for this time, and I think it will probably immerse me into, not probably, but it will immerse me into the knowledge of Kwanzaa and get engaged more in
you
it.
should, especially since you actually understand and speak Swahili, and Swahili is really a big part of the culture if you look into it.
True. That is very true. So let's see. You said the purpose of Kwanzaa today marks the first evening of a cultural celebration which honors African heritage and community values. So this it's for 7 days. It's a week, right?
7 days. Correct.
So wait. I'm going to ask you this because I'm the one who's kind of out of the loop, and I just had a conversation with one of my neighbors about it, and we talked about the whole thing. However, now I am trying to clarify the information, and I'm going to work with you. And did you celebrate? You told me at one time when we talked about Black History Month, you said you did have something to do with it. Not do with it, but you kind of went through the principles in your school back in the day.
Yeah, we've had like history programs and acknowledge Kwanzaa, and as a Girl Scout leader, we've shared that with our girls and our troop and talked about the principles. But coming up in school, I do have memories because I went to a majority, Black district, and so they did talk about it. Very minimal, but it was discussed about the principles and things like that. Because if you think about it, it was just created in the 60s, so that's not that long ago.
Right. Even the person who actually created it, I think,
is still alive. Right. Yes.
On the show.
And you know what? It's funny when we have Kiki on. She says that he doesn't live too far from her, and I don't know if she's met him before because she actually does work like in the nonprofit social justice arena. So we can kind of pivot our conversation when we speak with her because she, I think, is like in proximity to Dr. Karenga. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like walking down the street and say hi and say, hey, there are these guys who want to talk to you about it. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Now, it's Dr. It was started. It's going to be for 7 days, right? From the 26th to January 1st.
Right.
And honors African heritage and community values. I'm going to read it verbatim here.
Okay.
So it was created in 1966, like I said, it was only recent. And Dr. Maulana Karenga. So Maulana means God. It's like when you say Maulana, you're kind of talking about God when you use that word.
Right.
A lot of it has a lot of Swahili going. I don't know what Karenga means, but Maulana means.
And you know what? You're supposed to actually do a greeting of Habari Gani. And the answer to that is supposed to be like whatever the principle is. And Habari Gani is a Swahili word, right?
Right. Habari Gani is how are you doing?
Like what's the news? What's going on?
Yeah. Habari is news. So what's the news, Habari Gani?
And so Ijoma. Umoja.
Okay. Wait, let's go by. I want to go down this. They say the holiday focuses on 7 Nguzo Saba, 7 principles which highlight unity, self-determination, collective work, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. So then each day is supposed to center on one principle symbolized by lighting of a candle on the kinara. Kinara is also a Swahili word. Okay. Yeah, excuse me.
Sure.
Excuse me. Those are blessings. So Kwanzaa includes activities of storytelling, music, and feasts. And it's time to reflect and celebrate and plan for the future. All right. So we're going to go through all the 7, right?
Yes. If you want to either take the top 3 or...
First one.
Huh?
You take the first one.
Okay. So, all right. So, and tell me how that word is pronounced.
Okay.
Huh?
Umoja.
Emoja.
Umoja.
Umoja. But how is that?
That means one. So collective. Umoja.
Unity. Right.
Yeah.
But how is that other word pronounced? Nguzo Saba?
Nguzo Saba.
Nguzo Saba.
Saba is 7.
Right.
So Nguzo is like you're talking about a pillar. Pillar is Nguzo. So 7 pillars, Nguzo Saba.
Okay. So
but they call it principles.
Yes. Yes. So day 1, which is today, is Umoja. Umoja.
Yes.
And so that represents fostering unity in the family, community, nation, and race. And Umoja means unity.
Right. So the next one is Kujichagulia, self-determination, which is defining ourselves, which is true, naming ourselves, and creating for ourselves. So as they say, Kujichagulia, to choose for yourself. As in, you make it, it's actually choice. So Kujichagulia.
Oh, you said how'd you do that?
Oh, maybe something
you
I
know
did.
What? It's the way you point.
Oh, okay.
Because I heard that when you do certain gestures, it does like
okay.
It did like fireworks. This. You did like this, and it didn't happen for me.
Okay, maybe it happens once in a while.
Okay.
So Kujichagulia, it was self-determination. So it's like self-choice. The next one, the third one is.
You want me to do that one?
Yeah. But it's called. Go ahead. What is it? The third one?
Ujima. And that.
Okay, the word you don't say you. It's u, like Spanish. R-A-E-O-U. We'll talk about the other things. I'm getting into the pronunciation. No, let's go over it.
Okay. So Ujima. And that represents collective work and responsibility, which is building and maintaining community altogether.
Right.
Okay. So collective work and responsibility.
Okay. And then the next one is Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics, which is supporting each other or supporting businesses within the community. The Ujamaa thingy is like communal, more like communal support. Ujamaa, yes.
Yes, like supporting small businesses, supporting Black independent businesses. Yes, I'll share my story for later, but go ahead until we go through the
Great. Number 5. Oh, Nia, which is purpose. Like the name Nia Long. Nia Long has purpose. So it's creating purpose. So focusing on collective goals to build and develop the community. So that's when you make intentions. To Nia is intention. So you make intentions, goals to whatever, to determine what you want to do in your community.
Yes.
Okay.
How funny is this? So the next one is Kumba. Is that right?
If it's 2 words, you have to extend it. Kuumba.
Kuumba. Oh, just 2 U's, right?
Yeah.
Kuumba. Oh, I said it wrong earlier. Kuumba represents creativity, using creativity to make the community more beautiful and beneficial.
Right. And one thing in the Swahili context, when you talk about kuumba, it means to create. So when you're talking about the creator in terms of God, you say Muumba. So when you're praying, like when you go to church and you're praying, you will tend to say Muumba. So Muumba means like you're talking about God, Muumba wetu. So you're talking about our God. So yeah, creativity is when you talk of creativity, that's what it is. Kuumba.
Okay.
Yeah. So to create. And last but not least, Imani, which is faith. So building in ourselves, our people, and the righteousness of our struggles. So that's your Imani, the faith in you, to say, okay, I have faith in what I'm doing, and I have faith in my beliefs. So I think all of them are interconnected, right?
Yes.
So what's this thing about lighting a candle?
Right. So you have a Kanara, and each principle represents one of those candles, and you start in the center, and then you kind of go either outward, inward, or something like that. And I think today you would like one of the black candles for Moja, and then you would acknowledge what principle is for that day. I am going to get one of those maybe before the end of the year, because I would like to, if nothing else, just to sit back, reflect, even for journaling purposes, self-reflection, and all of that, like we were talking about, right? Wake up in the morning and write down what you're grateful for and things like that. During this time, why not, acknowledge these principles, which are really in line with what we've been talking about, what we're looking forward to for the new year. And so I thought it was appropriate, on time, and actually participated in a Kwanza themed show for my reseller business earlier today. I sent you a link. I don't know if you could see it. If you don't have the app, I don't know if you could see it or not, but I shared some of the clips in my social, and everybody in the show, we kind of went back to back to back to back to back. Each person had a Kwanzaa principle that they had to share and say like what that means to you. And I actually had assigned to me Kuumba as my personal principle to talk about. So I actually had to give my little Easter speech about it. It was really cool. And and everybody went around and I have Nia and I have Imani and and I have this and everybody said like what it means to them. One lady was from Puerto Rico and she said, you probably wondering why, this Puerto Rican girl is up here talking about Kwanzaa, but she said this is actually a part of my culture, and she shared. It was really interesting to hear everybody's like not just their reading what it means, but what it means to them. And so I thought that would be appropriate for us to share, not only just share the words of what it means, but what it means to us.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think maybe we can create a show for the last maybe at the end of the year, maybe do this again for 7 days, and maybe get it lined up to where we talk about the 7 principles, and each day we talk about the principles and have kind of what it has done for us for the year as regards to the show.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to take on every 7 day. I mean, I'm available.
I think look, it's live, right? We're gonna try to do a live every day, so we'll try to do a live, even if it's a 5-minute live or 10-minute live or 15-minute live.
Okay.
And hey, we talk about the principles for the day, and
okay.
And I think the beauty of it is today we'll start here, and I think on the first we'll end up here in this seat. So I'll be moving back and forth throughout the weekend because I have a lot of activities going on. But
okay.
I will still be able to. We'll still be able. I think that'll bring out the beauty of it, that we'll be going to different places and hanging out in different places and talking about the Kwanza Festival and the Kwanza holiday itself.
Right.
Yeah. So as we check on the principles, is there a principle that you think touches you so far?
Yeah, I definitely would say purpose. I talked about creativity earlier, but self-determination and purpose. Nia and Uji Chagulia.
Great.
Yes, because for the goals that I want to accomplish, I definitely have to be self-determined to do so, and utilize, tap into my purpose and get the things that I want accomplished. You know what I mean? If I am really going to work on my health and my finances and, curb my spending so that I can, do what I want to do financially. If I'm trying to make it to iFrozen Audio, I gotta get my coins together and my debt in check. So we'll see. I don't know. It's looking kind of rough right now.
It's well, we're ending the year. We're gonna begin the year, and once the year starts, I think we start afresh and a reset. And we're hopeful. Did you see that other thing that I had asked you to do, that we were going to try to put in a jar, and then you put the things that. So you get a jar, an open jar, a jar, and then each time something happens in the year, the most important thing that happens in the year, you kind of select and put it in the jar. Then at the end of the year, you open it and you kind of have this. You read out whatever you wrote that impactful for you on the 12 months. I think I have challenged a couple of people to try and do that, and I think I'm going to do that so that for the year, and then at the end of the year, we probably need to do a show where everyone says the 10 things, even 10 things that have happened, or 12. Pick out the best 12. You just pick out 12 random for the whole year, and just say them on the show or record it, and then we can create something. Or even if we do a recording with people on it, I think that could be great.
Okay.
And that kind of gives you an idea of like there's an accomplishment done throughout the year.
Okay, I have to go back to that. Was that you emailed that to me?
You probably got an email, or I may have sent you. It's a picture actually.
Oh,
I'll send it to you again. And then
I think it was on WhatsApp, wasn't it?
More than likely, yes.
Okay, I'll go back. So
I'm a what's up guy.
But no, that's it sounds good. It sounds good.
Right. So I think, and I do appreciate the fact that we're doing this, because I'm also in the part of, I did not understand what it is with the Kwanzaa, the whole Kwanzaa thing, and I think as we go along, it will help me uh, gain more knowledge of it, and also help you actually with your Swahili, because some of the words in Swahili are different, the way they're spelled out, and I think that's what brings the disconnect with the pronunciation. And I think this is for me personally. I don't represent the people, but for me, when I would hear the words said and when they're not said correctly, it kind of threw me off, and I was like, well, why are they trying to do this and they're not saying it right? And I'm from the, that's my language. We're very proud of the language. It's like Paula. If Paula was here to say the words, and she's from Tanzania, she would be like, wow, okay, this is how they're saying it. And I'm even butchering a little bit because of because of the accent, my accent. So that's what could be a turn off in the beginning for some people, especially foreigners. Because when you don't say something, like it's like somebody who does not speak English, like say somebody does not speak English, and this is not bad, it's not nothing, let me put it out there like that, okay? If someone does not speak English well, you will not understand it. So what happens when somebody's trying to tell you that this is what I'm trying to tell you, and the words that are coming off are not right?
Right. Okay.
That's one of the hindrances of I think Kwanzaa Festival, and then also things that people don't know about. Hoping that if my community here in the Phony area and Dallas and Wasambazaji will be able to understand it if they hear it more and more as I try to talk about it. So maybe by next year, a lot of people may be talking about it, or we may, who knows? I mean, it's still an open template regarding our sensitization and informing people about Kwanzaa.
Absolutely.
So maybe I can take from this.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, commercial break. I was talking to an aspiring podcaster the other day, a couple of days ago, and they actually said this about this show. It is creating a great impact. The Sambaza and Gen Collective, especially the things we were doing regarding the gender-based violence, and it happens in our community here. And part of the fact that we are doing this is also fostering the community aspect of it, which I'm tying to the Kwanzaa Festival, and also making people aware of it. And hopefully they will not be afraid to come out when things like this happen and talk about it. So we're doing a good thing in terms of the community. So I think, Jen, we'll take those flowers. I wanted to express that.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
So as we wind down, would anything you want to share?
Yeah, just we had our last episode of the podcast last week. I am trying to get all the audio episodes pumped out before the end of the year.
Yeah. Me too.
I think I got 3 more to go. But I'll get it done. So I'm gonna try to get them all done tomorrow.
I'm trying to do it between work and then the Pecha Kucha thing. I finished the Pecha Kucha stuff, so I'm good with that. That's just guys, I'll be doing a Pecha Kucha talk on 16th between 9:05 to 9:10.
When is it? The 16th?
Yes, the 16th. Because we arrive on the 15th.
Oh my God. So we can't do. What day was I trying to? Oh, do you leave that Wednesday?
Yeah, I leave the Wednesday.
Oh, so we can't do a show that day.
Who says we can't do a show that day?
Well, what time? I mean, we gonna do it for. I mean, well, what time? You're gonna be in Florida.
So I got some time. I got time on my hands, especially that.
You might be booked up doing something.
Oh, well, we'll work it out. We'll see how it works, and I'm pretty sure we'll find some
I
time.
didn't realize that.
Right. Well, we'll find some time. Or if you need to do a show, we'll probably do it the day before.
Okay.
Right.
So that's good to know. I totally didn't realize when you were leaving.
Okay. All right. So
and shout out to Michelle from the Behind the Looking Glass who tapped in earlier. Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
You remember Michelle?
Yes. I do.
Yes.
All right, Jen. So pleasure hanging out with you today. And tomorrow we look at, since today we've done day 1, we've done the whole 7 principles. So tomorrow we're going to focus on day 2, and we'll just kind of hang out, talk about it, and then obviously where I'm at.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.